I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're diving into the mysteries of life, synchronicities, and spiritual awakening with David Tuttle. His book is called Soul Licensed: Tips and Tales, and it explores powerful lessons from psychics, angels, and spirit guides while revealing how messages from the universe can be found in everyday life, even in places like license plates. Join us as we uncover transformative tips for peace, purpose, and understanding the true nature of existence. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below the interview. David, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
That's my pleasure.
This is a powerful book. You unpack a lot of great information in it. For example, you talk about and write about synchronicities. Tell us how synchronicities provide guidance in our daily life and what they are.
Synchronicities are basically what some people would consider coincidences or happenstance, but it's the synchronicity is basically when someone is trying to get across a message to you from the other side, deceased relatives or angels, and you can, for example, you can see street signs with names or letters that reflect something, possibly anniversaries or birthdays, graduation dates, things like that. But just things that would happen that you would normally just brush off. Oh, that's interesting, but it doesn't mean anything. It means quite a bit.
Exactly. There are messages the universe is trying to give you. They're not coincidences, they're synchronicities, as you said. For example, a license plate actually played a role in your journey, right? Tell us about that.
Well, it's part of the journey. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically I've run across license plates. Started we put my wife and I pulled off in a parking lot, and I saw a license plate that reflected my father. It said RD 35, and his Russell Dean. But and 35 was the age where he got an important promotion in his business. So I saw these, and it's pretty remarkable. And these things continued after that. And a little bit before that, my brother-in-law crossed over and we would see his van on the road when we were traveling to Alabama where he was living. Uh, and we would see that van with license plates reflecting my sister, or the letters would reflect my sister or his children on those plates. And then we saw it before, and then the thing with my father occurred just a little bit later than that. But we see them often, everywhere we go.
Your mind, your
If you're,
heart, your soul, and your eyes are open to it, we will see them, right? They're not
yeah,
coincidences.
if
Yeah.
you're open, yeah, and that's important to be open to it because once your relatives understand that they can communicate with you, they will be more active in that regard. And it's when you see these license plates, they you could be out driving, you could see one in one spot and one right across from another. You know, it looked like a family reunion there because they travel. In our instance, my in-laws, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and my parents, they're all working together then, and again with another uncle that was in influence in my wife's life. But you can see them everywhere you go.
Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about what it means to plan your life on the other side.
From what I've read, it's basically when you're on the other side, you're communicating with higher vibration spirit guides, and to form a lifetime when you come back to raise your vibration, become more spiritual, And what you want to do is become as close to God as you can over time. That's obviously that's a hard goal to reach. But you and then in these sessions, you talk to guys and say what you want to do, and you also have people that would come in that you travel in a soul group, and then these other people will come in your life at different times, but short times. They could be enemies, they could be friends, but they'll be instrumental in your life. If they're enemies, they just show you what characteristics you might have in your own psyche that you're not fully aware of. But when you see them in someone else, that can be reflected back to you. It's like a mirror. So you should
Absolutely.
look at your enemies as your friends and not, because we're all eternal spiritual beings and we're all here playing the role. So it's
We're all connected, whether you want to be connected to other people or not. It's all a connected universe, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
What led you to become a Reiki master, and how does it influence your work?
Uh, well, my wife and I were in Sedona and we just were getting a psychic reading for fun, and then another guy was had he did readings for energy body centers. That's your root chakras and the different energy centers of your body. And he said I needed I should do Tai Chi or Reiki for my throat chakra, and my wife should do it for her solar plexus. So when we went, this was in Arizona, and we went back to Ohio. My wife saw that a teacher was coming through for a convention in Columbus, and then was going to have a class for Reiki in Cincinnati. So we took that class. She wanted to take it. I wasn't interested in it, to tell you the truth, but I went down with her, and then had my mind blown away when you have energy coming out of your third eye right here and out of
Amazing.
the palms of your hands.
Yeah.
But that's so once I received that, then I was thought that'd be a good idea to continue that. And was my and we eventually went back to Sedona and became Reiki master teachers, and it's been very important in our lives.
Yeah.
Because you always have this, I taught classes and so on, and that was fun. But you can send that energy to other places on the planet, and you can help in worldwide situations and stuff like that. And it's you can last case scenario, if you're dying, you can Reiki yourself. You can. But it's just to have that energy flowing through you. It's quite important.
Amazing. It
Led me
must be a
on.
very powerful experience, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about what advice you would have for someone who's trying to connect with their spirit guides.
Basically, if they wanted to connect with their spirit guides, you could do meditations. That might take a while doing it that way, or you could go see a psychic. Some of them will have the abilities to tell you and who your psychic guy or who your spirit guides are and things like that. But they're always around you, and all you have to do is realize that, and they'll be helping you along the way. And then you can ask them for help. You can ask your angels for help, but they're not, and they'll be there with you. But you should ask them because they're not going to intervene on every situation. If you have a particular situation that you want to call them in for, you'll want to do that.
Yeah, it's often a matter of being open, right? To receive those
Yes.
messages, to see those spirit guides, to receive the advice and the guidance that you're looking for. Talk to us about the concept of there is no death, as you discuss in your book.
Yeah, basically, what you after you go through psychic readings and all the things I've read, it's pretty evident that there is no death because my parents, they connect with you every day with license plates, with other synchronicities. There might be a light bulb burning out, the smell or a fragrance or something that would connect you to the deceased. But the you can feel their presence sometimes also. That'll early on they'll be chill if they're coming around you and so on. But the I found it's just so easy every day to anytime you're out driving around in your car to get these messages that reflect the different things, the birth dates, the graduation dates, anniversaries, or something. And it's not just most of the time it's for a particular time when that message is needed, but they also show up at other times. Like we go on vacation and I'll park the car and I find that license plates on both sides of my car are reflective of my parents or my in-laws being right there or across the way from it. But it's consistent. It's not something that just goes away.
Amazing,
But
amazing.
yeah.
And everything that you write about in this book is absolutely enlightening and absolutely informative. It's called Soul Licensed Tips and Tales. It explores powerful lessons from psychics, angels, and spirit guides while revealing how messages from the universe can be found in everyday life. In this book, you will uncover transformative tips for peace, purpose, and understanding the true nature of existence. David, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Well, thank you, Logan. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine, sir. I appreciate your time and your insight. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.